Hello, this is Joe Pearson, the project planner for this application. This is a request to the Planning Commission for a general plan conformity determination for the city's disposition of real property filed by Emilio Ramirez, Housing Director, on behalf of the city of Oxnard, which is the property owner. The city is proposing to dispose of real property located at 2041 West 2nd Street. The property to be disposed of consists of two parcels totaling 0.48 acres. The purpose of the disposition is to support the development of a previously approved mixed-use housing project. The project site is located in the downtown area of the city and is currently developed with a vacant office building and associated improvements. The project site is immediately surrounded by streets, vacant buildings, and parking lots. Further north and west, there are single-family dwellings, and the city civic center is directly to the south. The general plan land use designation for the site is downtown, and the zoning designation is downtown general, both of which allow for a variety of commercial and residential uses, including homeless shelter and resource centers, retail, office, and apartments. On June 30th, 2020, the City Council approved an exclusive negotiating agreement by and between community development partners and the City of Oxnard in consideration of constructing a new mixed-use homeless solutions center. On November 30th, 2020, the Community Development Director approved a major downtown design development review permit and a lot line adjustment for the Homeless Solutions Center development. Then on December 17th, 2020, the Planning Commission approved a special use permit to allow for the operation of a homeless shelter and resource center on site and a ministerial density bonus permit. Both the Community Development Directors and Planning Commission's approvals found the mixed-use project to be consistent with the 2030 general plan. California Government Code Section 65402 requires that a finding of general plan conformity be made by the Planning Commission and reported to the City Council prior to any acquisition, disposition, vacation, or abandonment of any real city property by the city. Specifically, the Planning Commission is to determine whether the location, purpose, and extent of such proposed real property transaction is in conformance with the 2030 general plan. The proposed mixed-use residential/shelter building includes a shelter space on the ground floor and residential units on the top 4 floors. As noted above, the mixed-use project was analyzed and found to be consistent with the 2030 general plan as part of each of the related permits. As such, the proposed disposition of this property would conform to the city's 2030 general plan land use designation because it would allow for the development of a mixed-use project, and additional development would be required to be consistent with applicable zoning regulations, which implement many of the 2030 general plan policies. Also, the development of a homeless shelter is key to many of the policies aimed at revitalizing downtown, and also the housing element policies aimed at addressing homelessness, such as housing element programs 14 and 15. The downtown code allows for homeless shelter and resource center in the downtown general zone, subject to a special use permit, which was previously approved by the Planning Commission. Lastly, the approved development is conditioned to comply with the emergency shelter development and operational standards, again bringing it into conformance with the general plan. As required by the California Environmental Quality Act, any subsequent improvement to the property will be separately examined in accordance with CEQA. Any environmental documents will be prepared pursuant to CEQA as part of project permit processing or at any other point in time as required by CEQA. Staff has determined that this general plan conformity determination report is not a project under CEQA and is therefore exempt. Staff recommends that the Planning Commission adopt the resolution finding that the proposed disposition of real property located at 2041 West 2nd Street is in conformance with the City of Oxnard 2030 General Plan policies pursuant to Section 65402 of the Government Code and recommending that the City Council order the disposition of the properties.